Hey, here to talk about religion.
Bless you.
Oh my god, sneeze. Got a cold. But anyways, my dialogue on religion. Oh, by the way, I'm Jacob Presnell. I am related to Scott Presnell. My dialogue was it was pretty true. It was pretty true to a dialogue. Besides the fact there was no common ground. Lots of voices, lots of talking. We had lots of atheists, some Catholics, some Christians, but we did not have any Jews, any Muslims, or agnostics. Don't really know what to call them, but um, they were very active. We had some really active people in our group. We had a atheist that spoke his opinion with grace and with great vocabulary. He was very informative with his presentation of atheism and probably swayed some people with his words. He was very gave great speeches, and he didn't try to assert atheism on anybody. He just said what he felt was right. We also had a Christian person who actually did try to assert his religion on people, telling why, basically feeling like his religion was the best. He didn't say that, but I could get the vibe. There was some tension between the religious groups in the room. The facilitators in the group, they were very good at what they were doing. They even gave us their religious backgrounds. The head guy facilitator, he grew up in Texas. He was raised in a very Christian family, but found that religion was not important to him as much as it was to his family, and gave that up. He became an atheist. That was his decision. He told us why. He just didn't feel religion was an important aspect of his life. The other facilitator was a girl, and she's Jewish, and she came from Jersey. She told why down here she gets upset because on campus she finds all these Christian writings all over the sidewalk in chalk, and she doesn't feel like that should be allowed. She thinks it's very assertive of them, and she doesn't like how every car riding around has a little Jesus fish on it. That upsets her. And she gave her reasons why, and I was very understanding. And we also had other people talk about why Christianity was for them. We had a guy who said he wasn't into religion, and then he underwent brain surgery. And he prayed and all that during, and he survived, and he turned out to be perfectly fine. So that's very understandable, and that's great. But it was pretty successful. I learned different aspects and viewpoints of what people thought, and it was pretty informative, I thought. There was lots of reserved voices in the dialogue. A lot of people didn't want to step on anyone's toes with speaking their mind or anything, but some people did say one or two things, just sticking up for what they believe in, which is necessary. I said a few things. I'm not huge into religion or anything. I feel it's very opinionative, and there's no need to really talk about it. It causes conflict, and I don't see a point behind it. I said one or two things, just about like the basics of like Christianity and atheism, stuff like that. We also talked about a difference between dialogue and debate, and the facilitators did a great job by keeping this a dialogue and not a debate, because there was some tension in the room, and they stopped it. They stopped the tension from arising to debate. Overall, it was good. People spoke their mind. It was just a solid little dialogue. It was. But more so, it would have been better if there was more religions in there. Even though you can't plan that, it would have been better to hear aspects from Islam or Jewish or agnostic or any other kind of religion. Instead, we just had like the basics: atheist, Christian, and Catholic. It would have been better to hear different perspective. Even though we had one person who was Jewish, it'd have been better to hear a little more from like a person from like more than one person and see like what they think about all like different things. Besides that, it was a well thought out dialogue. Everyone had the chance to speak their mind and tell what they thought. And it was enjoyable. But that's the end of my dialogue, and toodaloo.